Okay, it is Thursday morning, December 5th, 2013, and it's about 20 minutes after 9. And I've got on my clipboard, I have boards cut into firewood. And I'm going to lift up the clip on this and move this. Yesterday I did. I took the old 2x4s that we've been ripping out of this structure, the ceiling. It's difficult to see. The old ceiling is up here with the old joists and the knob and tube wiring, which is going to come down, and these old obsolete pipes, they're coming down. But eventually, at some point, somebody painted the ceiling black. Yeah, there you can see some of it through the glare. We're going to paint the ceiling white. But anyway, we have lots of obsolete wallboard and paneling, that has to come out. But what has been coming out of this area down here? There's Eddie. Good morning, Eddie.
Hi.
And then there's the kitty. Good morning, kitty.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
And so we've been piling up all of our scrap wood. The fire damaged wood, termite eaten wood, broken wood, wood that doesn't fit anywhere. We've been piling it up here in this side of the enclosed back porch downstairs, and I've been cutting it up into segments and putting it in these boxes. This is our fire starting equipment. We have a fireplace out here in the backyard. Today I have the backyard patio set up with a sawhorse. Basically, I took the ladder and a board, and I'm going to be sawing pieces here. And let's see, Eddie's doing some recycling this morning. And yesterday I did these 5 boxes of large 2x4 boards that we ripped out of the house. That these were parts of a false ceiling that did not serve a purpose other than to make the downstairs ceiling very, very low. And a lot of them, a good number of them are fire damaged and charred. And so I have about 18 to 20 pieces in each box, so that gives me about roughly 100 pieces. And then I also, toward the end of the day, I did this little half box full of smaller pieces of 1x2s, 1x4s, bits of molding, and that adds up to about 22 pieces in that box. So that's what I did yesterday. Today I'm going to work on doing the rest of it, and instead of doing this rough estimate, I've got the 5.5 boxes that I did yesterday. Actually, today I'm actually going to be listing and counting the boards and the segments, and I'm going to do an exact count today. So that's what I'm doing today, and we'll check in on this later. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more to that previous video that I did. I need to add the saws and the saw box. It's coming with me. For very large pieces, I have this nice big work table that the cat likes to strut around on. But it is on sawhorses, and I have built into this work table these channels that allow me to lay things on here, and basically I can saw through these channels to cut pieces of wood. But today, mostly, I'm going to take this. I'm going to walk it out here. I've got a space set up here, and I'm going to set this here. I'm going to set my saws over here on a chair. And this is mostly what I use to cut long pieces of wood into short segments of firewood. Is I set up this ladder and this cedar board that came out of one of the closets upstairs, and this little saw box. The saw box, you can cut it 90 degrees or 45 degrees in either direction. And so I'll be cutting boards up using basically cutting them in half and then half again and so this will be lined up with the middle of each board, and that's what I'll be doing today.
Well, today is Thursday, the 5th of December, 2013. Andrew's cutting a 2x4. What's going on?
Hi, Eddie.
He's cutting this up with firewood or something.
What? Oh yeah, I'm hi. I have a 6.5 foot long 2x4 log here. This was part of the false ceiling that was built down, over the true ceiling in the downstairs kitchen and dining area. At some point, somebody took these big, heavy 2x4s and built a false ceiling in order to hide pipes and electrical cables. And in my opinion, that they overbuilt it a bit. But anyway, so this particular piece of wood has some fire damage, and it's got some nails in it, and it's just a little rough. So because it's rough and it has some fire damage and it's charred, it's going to be turned into firewood. Mm-hmm. We were able to save there was a lot of wood that was not damaged that we set aside, and we're using that to recycle into repairs on the house. Mm-hmm. But basically, in order to create basically I'm cutting this into foot-long segments. Mm-hmm. So first I'll cut it in half, and then on each piece I'll cut into thirds. Mm-hmm. And basically for small boards I use this little saw box, mm-hmm. Which keeps everything steady. But this board is so big and heavy that basically I just set it on the board that's on the ladder, and I just start sawing, and that works. So I'm just going to hold it down. And there we go.
Yeah.
And now
if we didn't need it for firewood, I could think of a repair that we could have used it in the house. But
I have wood like this set aside for repairs.
Yes.
So if I'll show you that wood when I have some time.
Okay.
Anyway, what I do is now I've got these, and so I'll cut these into, like I said, foot-long segments and put them in a box.
Yeah.
And what I've got up here, what I've got up here is I've got the sawdust. I have a bucket that I catch the sawdust in.
Oh.
And
I've been blowing it on the floor and then sweeping it up.
It's fine. I've got half a bucket. It's useful to have a bucket of sawdust for various things, like if you have a fire in the fireplace and it's starting to go out, you can put some sawdust on it. Sometimes to make it keep burning. If you put a lot of sawdust on it, it'll put the fire out.
Right.
So, but anyway, I like to collect at least some of the sawdust because it has uses.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Sure.
You get a shot of the two in the box that I already did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
This is a 6.5 foot log I'm cutting into 6 pieces.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.